Good morning and welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time joining me, I hope you enjoy this episode. Today I'm doing another land-based session. I'm down on the Tweed River, the target species, brim and flathead. I've got a couple of light spin sticks here, so let's rip into it. Okay, I'm going to start with the little soft plastic, a little Rapala crushed city. We've got the last of the run-in tide at the moment, so that water's going to be quite clear. There's a bite straight away. Didn't feel real big though. There we go, first fish of the session on the second cast. That's a nice brim. Second cast of the session and we've come up trumps with a nice brim. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll get him back in the water. I'll just cast that straight back to where we caught that fish in the hope that there's a couple more there. That's the rocks. Trying to get my jig head back. No luck getting that one back, so we'll pick up the flathead rod and have a crack with that. Got the squidgy prawn rigged up on a 1/4 ounce 3/0 jig head. Been liking that lure lately. There's a bite pretty well straight away. He's only a small fish. He's not too bad. There's the second brim for the morning. That's on the Rapala Crush City. I stuck with the same lure that I started with, just in a different colour. Hey, how are you?
Doing any good?
A couple of brims so far.
Good on you.
Yeah, it's a beaut morning for it, eh?
Oh, lovely day, isn't it?
Absolutely.
See any ludwig turning in the water?
I haven't really seen much yet, but I guess sort of haven't had much light to look yet, but
right.
They should be there, right?
Yeah, low tide. What are you fishing, bait or?
Nah, little soft plastics.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Cheers, mate. Good on you. There's a little whack as soon as that lure hit the bottom. There's not much run in this tide at the moment. they'll bite a bit more aggressively once that run out tide kicks in. I'm just going to switch over to the bigger lure again, and before we move on, see if there's not a flathead sitting out from this spot. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, I missed him. Oh, I got eaten on the drop. Not sure what that is. That'll literally hit the water for 1 second when that got eaten. I think it's a brim. It's just really high up. There's a brim. He's only a little fella. He was really high up in the water column, that one. That fish as well basically ate it while it was sinking to the bottom. It's not a huge fish. I just lost another lure, so I've gone to the Rapala Crush City again, just in a different colour. Add a little bit of S factor to it. I'm going to switch back to the bigger lure. There's got to be a flathead here somewhere. Oh, there's a fish straight away. Feels like a good fish too. We'll get out of that structure. A few of these fish that I've hooked this morning, I think, aren't so much on the bottom, but just below the surface in this low light. And that is a really nice brim. That's a really nice Tweed River brim, that one. It's pretty dark in colour. I don't really know why he's so dark out of the clean water. Maybe he's hiding in the shade or something like that, but pretty stoked with that fish. We make it 2 from 2. Oh, gnarly. It busted up. That felt like a really solid fish. Another colour change, back to the motor oil colour. No, the fish I lost must have spooked everything else in this area, so we'll keep moving along the bank. I can see the rock wall about 10 metres out. Looks all right, but the problem is if I hook a fish, it's going to be quite difficult to get it in over those oysters and the rocks. We've already fished this spot, but that was about 45 minutes ago, so we'll see if it's refreshed with some more fish. I can actually see the brim down there now that I've got a little bit more light to see into the water. There we go. That's a nice fat little fish. The tide has started to now turn. We've got already a bit of colour in the water, which is nice. It's not running too hard, it's about right at the moment. There's a bite. Another bite. Couldn't quite get the hooks into that one. A little bit of a drain here. It's always a good spot to pick up a fish or two. Straight away. Wherever you see a drain in the Tweed River, it's worth stopping because chances are there'll be plenty of these guys in them. Oh wow. When I first hooked that fish, I had no idea how big it was, and then it sort of took off. I'm not sure if that was a brim or a trevally, or it's actually broken at the knot. I was not expecting that. I've tied on a different lure. That's a Z-Man Grubs in the motor oil colour, 1/12 ounce jig head. Hopefully I can hook another decent fish like that one that we just lost. Back that drag off a little bit. That one was a little bit further out. That's only a small brim, but where you catch small ones, you'll catch big ones as well. Two from two casts. Oh, dropped him. Spoke too soon. That one feels a bit bigger. He's taking a dive for the rocks. That's pretty typical of a Tweed River brim, that one. They do love these single-tail grub lures. They're suckers for them. We've just changed over to a 1/6 ounce jig head. The idea of that is just to get it out a little bit further, and also in this current, just get it to the bottom that bit quicker. There we go. They got a little bit quiet there for a bit. I was starting to wonder if moving to the heavier jig head was kind of the issue, but this fish didn't seem to mind. That certainly is one of the better fish that we've caught this morning. He's in really good condition too. You can see the girth on him. We'll get this one back in the water. Can't tell if this is a big one. No, it's only a little one. Had me fooled for a better fish there for a second, which was simply the current, and it having a little run. Straight away in the new spot. Basically give each location, 6 or 7 casts, I guess. Then move into some fresh water. That's a nice chunky brim, that one. And that is the bottom. It gets a little bit tricky when this current starts to run. You end up with a big belly in your line, and often you snag before you even know it. I've just moved up the river a little bit. I like this spot so far. It doesn't have as much current as what we had back there. First cast, we've got a fish. Not a huge fish, but a fish all the same. Oh, bit of interest there. He's still there, right at the bank. Got him. Oh no, he lost him. That's funny, he followed it all the way to the bank. Okay, final spot for the morning. Got a little bit of a drain here running into the river. I'll give it a few casts and wrap it up. There we go. Fish to finish off the session. Nice fat little brim. Well, that brings me to the end of yet another episode, and I've had an awesome morning walking the banks of the Tweed River. This is a 2 to 8 pound rod, and on the reel I'm spooled up with 8 pound braid, and the leader that I was running this morning was 3 pound. You would have noticed that I got broken off by a couple of decent fish, and that's the price that you'll sometimes pay when going light. However, the trade-off, in that really clear water, you'll get more bites. The reel, it's a Shimano Stratic, size 1000, nice little light outfit, perfect for what I've been doing this morning. I hope that you've been enjoying my content. If you have, make sure that you hit the subscribe button to stay up to date, and I hope that you're getting out on the water, enjoying yourself and catching a few fish.